Friends, India has several dance forms: classical, folk, tribal, ritual, film, even contemporary and modern. Among all these, the most widely spread, learnt and performed form among classical form is Bharatanatyam. It is pan-Indian and global now. It is danced by those who understands its music, that is Carnatic, or language, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada or Sanskrit, or even by those who don't. It has vast repertoire and outreach. It has a long history since 2nd century BC, with earliest reference found in Shilapatikara. While in 2000 years old, it was codified into Margam structure just 200 years ago by 4 brothers from Tanjore, hence called Tanjore Quartet. They were musicians under royal patronage and platform. They set the format where a presentation began with Alaripu and ended with Tillana. It is between set course of composition, that is items, could be performed to show both Nritya, that is technique, and Nritya, that is expressional aspect of dance. These items were, that is after Alaripu, Pushpanjali, Shabdam, Swaranjali, Varnam, Padam, Javali and Tillana. Each served a purpose of warming up, energizing various chakras from head to toe and activating energy cells, thereby leading to culmination or joyous release through the divine art of dance. Bharatanatyam thus was not mere dance but yoga set to music. Bharata was a sage who postulated the 5th Veda, also called Natya Shastra. Some scholars thus concur that Bharata was not one single person but many who knew Bharata, India. And thus, these wise men collectively prescribed the art of dramaturgy, Natya, not Nritya alone, to all who would become its practitioners or followers. Bharata lived during 2nd century BC to 2nd century AD, and his Natya Shastra is dated in that period, obviously. The word Bharata also encompasses Bhava, that is Ba, Raga, Ra, Tala, Ta. Thus, leading many proponents to believe that Bharata Muni was more of a concept than a person, though conclusive proofs exist otherwise. Bharatanatyam was thus born as a divine form meant for auspicious celebrations of divinity through dance and music. Unless all 3 ingredients, Shastra, literature, Sangeeta, music, and Sahitya, poetry, came together, dance could not be performed that would be understood. Thus, over centuries of evolution, Bharatanatyam, hailing from the Tamil region, which encompasses modern-day Andhra, Telangana and Mysore regions, has become India's most known classical forms. Many gurus shaped this form, many Natuvanars, conductors and musicians shaped its content. Thus were born various banis or school, each scribbled to different provenance, where each held form. Bharatanatyam today is most learned classical style within India and abroad. Whenever Indian dance is learnt or taught, it has many adherences and exponents. It has a vast repertoire that has resulted in mass appeal. It has come to be performed on all occasions and on all types of stages, indoors and outdoors. It has been used extensively in films, in fashions and in foreign brandings. Bharatanatyam has come to be recognized as India's most popular and practiced classical dance form, and this is why it is the dance of Bharata, India. Many individuals and institutions have come to use Bharatanatyam for dance dramas. Of course, one cannot overlook the tradition of existing Bharatanatyam dance dramas as in Melatur or Shalimangalam and Kuruvanji Natakam, known popularly as Kuruvanji, is a dance drama. From that, it is presented in the Bharatanatyam mode. All the characters in the Kuruvanji are danced by women only in this tradition. Kuruvanji made its appearance in the 17th century AD and received a great deal of patronage from Maratha king of Tanjore and also from the landowners and chieftains from other parts of Tamil Nadu. In the tradition, Kuruvanji was presented in the temple precincts, and proof of this in the Mandapam in the Brihadeshwara temple in Tanjore, where Kuruvanji was presented annually during the temple festival. These facts are well known in the dance world, and so is the theme of Kuruvanji. Usually in the performance seen on the secular stage from the mid-20th century onwards, the Kuruvanji ends here. Actually, there is an equally long section after this which has been omitted by the dancers. In this section, the Kuruvanji, also known as Chinkan, makes its appearance in the forest of the hillside and comes down to the plains. The Kuruvan is accompanied by his companion Nuvan with ungainly looks, smelling of toddy. The Kuruvan has come to look for his wife, the Kuratti, and he is not able to concentrate on the hunt because he is haunted by the Lord Shiva, comes down as the hunter, which is one of his favorite disguises, and he also belongs to the tribe of Kuruvans here. Accompanying him are the Shiva Ganas as his companions, and generally they are known for their uncouth appearance. The Lord has come to destroy evil, symbolized by birds who have destroyed the fields of virtuous men. But the Lord is not able to perform his work of destruction as Amishakti is absent. Shaiva Siddhantam is renowned for its medical system, which is known by the name of Siddha Vaidyam. That is the reason for the reference to the Lord's offering to teach the secrets of medicinal herbs to Nuvan if he finds Kuratti. Finally, when Lord Shiva and his consort Arula Shakti meet, it is the meeting of the divine couple and their dalliance. It has often been said that the dialogues between the Kuruvan and the Kuratti are vulgar, but it is the expression of love by the Lord for his consort. Finally, the Lord describes the ornaments of Kuratti, and this is the Padadikesham eulogy of the goddess. Such eulogy is only accorded to the god and on the climax of the worship of the goddess Shakti by Shiva himself. The Kuruvanji ends. It is as deities that god and goddesses offer benefaction to the audience and to the people of the country. The Kuruvanji dance drama has been presented by almost all the leading Bharatanatyam dancers of the 20th century. In the tradition, the role of Kuratti was taken by the best artists of the day, and the Kuratti sang her own songs. There is an item devoted to the Kuratti dance. So popular was the Kuratti. At one time, Shaiva Siddhanta was a popular religious sect in Tamil Nadu. In order to propagate its doctrines, the Siddhanta had used the Kuruvanji genre in the temples. That is why the theme of Kuruvanji is unvaried. As the form seemed suitable for the dance, the Natovanars of the time choreographed dance dramas which the Devadasis of the temple danced. As temple dancing was restricted to Devadasis, it came to be that the Kuruvanji was danced only by women. As it was narrative for the presentation in the temples, the dance drama form was also presented in the temple. The Kuruvanji genre must have been very popular for religious propagation because the Muslims and Christians used to genre to write their own versions of Kuruvanjis. Here we address new institutions that created dance dramas in Bharatanatyam, like Kalakshetra, Nataraja Shakuntala, the Department of Dance in the MS University of Baroda, and the numerous other organizations the world over. Nataraja Shakuntala is the 1940s 40 to 1970 created many lifelike dance dramas on themes as vast as Rajaraja Chola or Christ. Their works were authentic and mesmerizing with detailed costume and handmade jewelry. Their Natanakalaniyam in Mylapore became a springboard for many aspiring dancers in films and theatre. Kalakshetra's reputation rests on its dance dramas, meticulously crafted ensemble pieces of choreographed by Rukmini Devi. The music for the dance dramas in the living legacy of the musicians who came to the institute. Rukmini Devi was inspired by music composed for each of her dance drama by musicians of the highest caliber. They included Tiger Varadacharya or Papanashan Shivam or M.D. Ramanathan, Mysore Vasudevachar, Tiruyar Rajagopal Sharma, S. Rajaram, Bhagwatalu Sitaram Sharma, Pashupati and others. With such great musicians and dance inputs, and as the daughter of the great Sanskrit scholar, it was only natural that Rukmini Devi focused on revival of Kuruvanjis, that is the temple dance dramas, and when Kutrala Kuruvanji was first produced by her in 1944, audiences were amazed. Krishnamacharya, brother of Tiger Varadacharya, provided the necessary Varnamettu song patterns, and Rukmini herself devised the dance patterns. Bhishma was among the first, followed by Kalidasa's Kumara Sambhava in 1947, for which Tiger Varadacharya composed the music. Rukmini Devi produced Kannappara Kuruvanji in 1962 and Krishnamari Kuruvanji in 1971. Papanasham Shivam recorded music for Andala Charitram, Geeta Govindam, Abhignana Shakuntalam, Kannappara Kuruvanji and others. Mysore Vasudevacharya came to Kalakshetra in 1953 with his grandson Rajaram. He composed the music for the 6-part Valmiki Ramayana until his death, after which Rajaram took over for Rukmini Devi. These musicians provided the backbone on which she built her productions. Kalidasa Nilakantha Iyer, as an expert of Tala, helped to set the Tiramanams correctly in the older dance pieces. The 6th part of Ramayana dance drama are Sita Swayamvaram, 1955, Sri Rama Vanagamanam, 1960, Paduka Pattabhishekam, that is 1960, Shabari Moksham, 1965, Chudamani Pradhanam, that is 1968, Mahapattabhishekam, 1969. I was able to complete the Ramayana series in 1969 with Mahapattabhishekam, which strangely enough is exactly 14 years after I launched on this venture. In the Ramayana, Rama returns after 14 years of exile to his kingdom, Ayodhya. This is a strange coincidence, said Rukmini Devi. Though I have taken 14 years to complete the Ramayana series, during this period, I have produced the dance dramas Geeta Govindam, Andala Charitam, Shama, that is Tagore's play, Kannappara Kuruvanji, Rukmini Kalyanam, Usha Parinayam, that was in 1959, and Shakuntalam. Great composers like Tiger Varadachari, Veena Krishnamachari, and Pranasham Shivam have composed the music of some of these. Rukmini Devi also produced and choreographed Bhagavat Mela dances. Kuruvanjis, that is traditional gypsy dance of South India, Buddha Avataram, Matsya Kurma Avataram, Damayanti Swayamvaram, and Kuchalo Pakhanam. In all about 25 major dance dramas, some as varied as last one, Meera of Mewar, that was in 1984, and one based on martial arts, that is Meenakshi Vijayam, which was in 1977, were made. These are full-length productions with many sets and characters and costumes. In thematic presentation, a theme is taken as leitmotif, say spring, Ritu, or Varsha, or modern themes like women's empowerment and gender qualities. This trend started when educated city dancers in 80s did not wish to do margam only, and organizers and sponsors also desired something novel, thus making thematic presentation so one theme could be depicted for 1 hour. Malavika Sarukkai is a prime example of making it her mainstay now in last decade or others before her. Malavika finds experimenting with new themes challenging as there is no structure to fall back upon and one cannot resort to familiar patterns. She is known for her thematic presentation of Ganga Nitya Vahini, homage to river Ganga, Timakka, the lady who planted banyan trees, Khajuraho, temples of the sacred and the secular, Yatra, Vamatara, to the light, etc. We cannot dance to the theme of bride burning or corruption in the classical format. The classical dances are not about depicting reality, they are about transcending the reality, says Malavika Sarukkai. Traditional artists like Vaijayanti Mala insist that though art and activism are a part of life, it will not be reflected in her dance. Priyadarshini Govind is a much sought after dancer of the traditional repertoire. Kittappa Pillai's disciple, Nartaki Nataraja, is acclaimed for her pure Bharatanatyam style as well as her work in the bringing ancient Tamil literature to light and life. Alarmal Valli's extensive research on Sangam poems for over 2 decades has resulted in a significant repertoire of the dance poems. Valli feels that folk and popular arts are a better tool for protest. It looks forced if we use Bharatanatyam to talk about violence, rape or corruption. The way I see it, classical art are a way to harmonize the mind, elevate it, but they cannot be directly connected to what is happening on the streets. Part of the criticism faced by the classical dancers today is that they perform old tales and myths whose relevance in our times needs to be questioned. Also, there is pressure from festivals and conference organizers as well as corporates to present theme-based performances. This gives rise to a whole new take on the presentation of Bharatanatyam by way of poems, songs, used costumes and music. Even spoken words in other languages are interspersed in the Bharatanatyam presentation. Natyarangam, the dance wing of Naradagana Sabha in Chennai, is known for its thematic Bharatanatyam annual festival on themes unvisited by Bharatanatyam artists. Some of the festivals over the years are Bhupala Bharatam on kings, Ramayana Bharatam on 6 khandams in 5 languages, Dasha Bharatam on saint poets, Kshetra Bharatam on holy places, Tirtha Bharatam on holy rivers, Bharatam Kathayam on Tamil short stories, Vande Mataram on India's freedom struggle, Bandhava Bharatam on the relationships, etc. This festival offers young dancers a platform for experimentation and exploration of new horizons in Bharatanatyam, encouraging them to use their creative skills. Some presenters conceive evening devotees to only padams, only varnams, or only javaris. Bharatanatyam is also juxtaposed with other dance styles. The Cleveland Festival commissions group of Bharatanatyam productions on chapters of Ramayana and Mahabharata choreographed by eminent teachers like Radha or Jayanti Subramanyam, Radhika Shurjit, Nartaki Nataraj, Anita Guha, etc. Gurus specializing in dance dramas are Krishna Kumari Narendra, Sheila Unnikrishnan, Anita Guha, Chitra Vishweshwaran, the Dhananjayan and B. Bhanumurthy, to name a few. Kalakshetra is of course famous for its dance dramas with a few students now going solo recitals. Kalakshetra products Srijit Krishna actually choreographed Man in the Iron Mask a few years back. In MS University of Baroda, under late Srimati Anjali Maid, then C.V. Chandrasekhar, and after his term, Professor Parul Shah undertook production of dance dramas in Bharatanatyam and did service by making it susceptible to common people of the region and nation as well. Radhanu Samanu, Story of Andal, Natir Puja, Buddha Charita, Sri Chandramaulishwar Kurvanji, dedicated to Lord Shiva of Somanath, and the last Navagraha Muthuswami Dikshitar were landmarks created by Srimati Maid. In Baroda, Professor Chandrasekhar created Rutu Samhar, Bhumija and Vasanta Vilas in the MS University. Professor Parul Shah used not only Bharatanatyam but combined multiple movements, vocabularies, created Chetana, Buddha Tattva, Rajalakshmi, Earth, Nritya Kavita, Nirguna, Random Graces and many more. Bharatanatyam as a form allows maximum innovations and interpretations. Its structures, grammars and material is akin to bricks or slabs one can make any house or building or pattern form. It can be simple hut, a palace or a stadium. The basic bhakti elements represents its simplicity. The complex jatis represents titles and patterns. Varnam represents its architectural plans. Padams and javalis are doors and windows to love and soul. Tillana concludes like a roof above head, and Mangalam is decorative plants and trees. Thus, how does the traditional material, centuries old, become modern? Modern is a language, not a fashion. Just like in films or clothes, there are new trends and colors, patterns and shapes. So also in Bharatanatyam, there are modern trends and developments. One major development is group work. For over a century, Bharatanatyam was the art of the soloist and at the best twins or twosome to show left and right symmetrically in poses and stances. Then came a small group of 3 or 4 to illustrate a theme. Now there are corps the ballet or group of dancers, 20, 30 in one big production like Kalakshetra or Nalanda or Bhanumati or Anjali Memorial Dance Companies. Now this solo to group work development look places to fill these spaces. Stadium shows, film events where classical forms were used also to dance to large audience, say in dance specific festivals of Khajuraho or Konark or Chidambaram, where thousands sit and watch from afar. If one person is dancing, unless a big star, all audience will not come or become restless. Group work affords variety and opportunities for all. It gives students of the institutes to show their training and accomplishment in art. It showcases a style in multiple numbers. It also covers large stage and spaces. If a theme is undertaken, say from mythology to modern poets, then it is easy to have many characters. So, one main development and trend is group work. Second important development and trend is discovering old material and interpreting it, say in a way of poetry or in a way of material. Valli uses Sangam poetry and projects same century old verse in new ways on interpretation. Sometimes the commentary being in French or English. She uses works of modern poets like Arundhati Subramaniam, and the poet recites along with. So, one development and trend is supplementing. The third development and the trend is costume. Gone is the traditional shining silk look with heavy jewelry, minimalize it. Started with many Bharatanatyam dancers who were past their prime and still wished to dance and gave aharya to go by. While Bala did for convenience, Chandra did for making a style statement. She even belashed her hair white to go against the classical look of the dark hair beauty with kohl rimmed dye. In the 80s, the old discarded temples like Khajuraho and Konark were used as backdrop to promote tourism. Thus were born big stages where solo dancers was lost from afar, and thus some dancer created themes for group works too. Although group works like dance dramas by Rukmini, Kalakshetra, Gopinath, Ram Gopal, Nataraj, Shakuntala were in vogue before independence even, these new forum made a change in theme, selecting modern poets like Mahadevi Verma or Kamadevi and others. In the 90s, the proponents of modern approach to Bharatanatyam, Ala, Chandralekha and others wished to empower their dance and make it non-women body and non-gender specific and non-classical everything. So, the music was changed and the look was changed, but its core language and substance still remained Bharatanatyam. Such Bharatanatyam trained dancers wished to make a new statement and they made it clinical and sterile. They called this movement a new direction and thus new themes came up, but the format was still Bharatanatyam. There was nothing modern in or about it. Chandra's body of work is very close to Bharatanatyam traditional themes, Navagraha, Angika, Shri, all have been done before. Only in treatment and branding, she positioned herself differently. Her journey was to understand the core, the extremities remained the same. In last few decades, each to one's own, anything goes. The more, the merrier. It all depends on level of training and quality of teaching, guru, foundation or institution. For example, Kalakshetra or Nalanda or individual teachers like Radha Sridhar or VP Dhananjayan still maintain basic Bharatanatyam body and language. Kalakshetra students suffer from rigidity and hastas of Kathakali, sometimes because many gurus came from Kerala, as did many students. Others wish to tone it down or not make it acrobatic. Themes also evolve as a society does. 20 years ago, no one talked of child abuse or gender politics. Now all are. Every generation contributes its own thought. Today, themes range from mythology to sociology. Themes can be even narrated in languages other than Tamil or Telugu. English poetry is used to describe very basic Indian rasa or anubhava. Since audiences also don't know Sanskrit or language specific poetry, it becomes a connecting language. In Gujarat, few understand these languages, so Gujarati or Marathi was deployed. In France or Canada, French is used in Bharatanatyam themes. Bharatanatyam gives vast possibilities, which is why it remains number one learnt and practiced style for among the pantheon of Indian dances. Friends, I hope I could give you a better understanding of Bharatanatyam through this presentation and you enjoyed it. Thank you.